All right, boys, what is going on? Welcome back to Scheme Kings. Now, today we are wrapping up basically the spread playbook. So up on the main channel right now, there is a Cam Newton video live. So that is kind of the last of the 5 offenses we are doing. Then on Scheme Kings, obviously, we're going to be going in depth and give you guys more plays, but I'm going to be splitting it up into part 1 and part 2 for the Cam Newton Scheme Kings videos. So this will be part 1. Part 2 will be dropping, 2-3 days away from right now. And then the plan for the rest of the channel, for the next little bit here, guys, is part 1 Cam Newton today, part 2, 2, 3, 4 days. Then just after that, early next week, the playbook will be dropping for the spread offense. Then after that, I have kind of a different style video I want to try out that will be dropping. And then I'm going to be working on defense. We've done a ton of offense lately. I've only done 1 defensive scheme this year. So after this offense, we are going to be moving on to defense. So brand new defense, a whole bunch of new stuff, new concepts to learn. So that is kind of the plan for the next bit here, guys. So we have a ton of big stuff on the way. This playbook for this spread offense is going to be absolutely massive. The Chiefs one I did with, I think, was 57 pages. I could see this one being 75 pages. Like, this one's going to be freaking huge. So if you guys enjoy those playbooks, or you thought they looked interesting but you wanted to wait for the spread playbook, then that is going to be your chance. So like we said, Cam Newton part 1 today, part 2 tomorrow. So mostly we're going to be running at a stack Y flex, and in the Cam Newton video itself, we ran at a stack Y flex, ace slot off set, and then pistol ace U off. Now, the reason I picked Cam Newton is because there's a ton of these heavy packages in this playbook with the multiple tight ends and stuff. So I wanted to have a kind of a power element to this team. So I know one of my boys in Discord and stuff had asked for Clemson or Lamar Jackson, or why I picked Cam Newton, and it was just because we have these heavy sets. I wanted to give us kind of a power element, and kind of Tebow and Cam are kind of the 2 power quarterbacks that come to mind when I think of college football. So that's why I went with Cam. So ace slot off set, we are only going to be doing 1 play. It is going to be levels Y sail. Then the rest of the plays in this video will be at a stack Y flex. Then in the next video, we'll be finishing the ace slot off set and the pistol ace U off. So stack Y off first. Let's go take a look. Then the last one will be that Y sail play in a slot off set. So let's go take a look. All right, here it is, boys. So we are going to be starting off with the jet touch pass. Now, if you watch the video today, you've seen in the gameplay I posted, I ran it quite a few times. It works very well off of the QB power. So the QB power is kind of what this whole scheme is based around. That is in the main channel video. So now we have the QB power, we have the pass, the fake jet pass power, where we're going to get the running back up the seam and the tight end on the crosser. But then we can also flip it to the receiver. So we're going to have 3 different options on this play. Just snap it, flip it, get in behind your blocks. You have your running back out in front as a lead blocker. Let him pick up that safety there. Get a huge pickup down the field. Same thing, boom, flip it out, get him behind your running back, let him be the lead blocker. We caught everyone inside. This run pass can be super explosive, getting your slot on the edge. One more time, tight end, get to the second level, run with patience, get in behind your blocker, explode out from behind him, spin inside, pick up 15 to 20 yards. So that is the idea with that play. Then we do have this 0-1 trap as well. Really nice run here. So now if you want to run the ball without the motion, just something quick hitting downhill, get this 0-1 trap going. Down block, pulling guard out the other way, pick up 9 to 10 yards. Here, run it on the goal line, quick downhill hitter. So trap this tackle, let him get upfield, let the center get to the second level, and that is just an easy walk-in score. And then lastly, we do have an RPO. So if they do sit their corner way back, I do kind of like this. All right, I do like this quick out. So throw the quick out, boom, right there, boom, we score. So if we ever see this was actually like a cover 2 look. So cover 2 look, it's not quite as good, but if we see the cornerback way off right there, especially if it's cover 3, because he's going to be dropping out, but even cover 2, then just throw the quick out underneath him, rack catch it, get upfield, and we score from 13 yards out. So So that is the Trap Alert Omaha. Now we're gonna look at the play levels. Now, this is a cover 3 beater. I really like this play. And you can actually run this as is. So you don't need any adjustments. If we're playing zone against zone coverage, this is my go-to play out of this formation. Then we're gonna go over my go-to man beater. So very good, especially against cover 3. So if you look right here at our tight end, look at on that really unique route he is on. So he's gonna be on this out, and then it's gonna like drift outside of the safety. Sorry, a seam that like drifts outside of the safety. Then against 2 high, he's gonna run a post across the field. But with the way we kind of use this formation, you are going to get a ton of single high coverages. This is going to be a super run heavy formation with Cam Newton getting downhill. So they're going to be trying to bring their safeties into the box, play a cover 3 look, and now this seam is going to get wide open. So watch this seam. He's going to get vertical, but instead of running at the safety and us having to drop the ball in here, he's going to drift away from him. And now you can pass lead this ball up and away into the seam. This streak is going to pull out the corner. Safety is going to stay at depth, and you can just drop it into that seam right away. Now, if the tight end tried to just stay going strictly vertical there, he's going to run directly into the safety, and obviously that play is just going to be hooped from the start. So that like built-in fade, like look at that built-in fade is what makes that route so powerful. Now, I do like to have this to the wide side. So have your solo receiver to the wide side, then it's just going to look the same as the rest of our plays. Now, if that isn't there, then we want to look to attack the middle of the field. So we're going to have a shallow dig coming in, or, you know, a shallow cross. Then we're going to have a deep dig coming in between. So now we can just high-low the user. User stays shallow, hook stays shallow. Throw that deeper dig in behind them just like that. Run it one more time, I think, where the user comes down. So right there, oh, user leaves. So that's another one. So now if we see single high, which we do here, we also, that's going to be the first place we want to look. But now look, the user sees that and runs with it right away. I don't know what this player might have been matching as well. So they're really overplaying deep here, trying to take away the seam and the vertical route. So what do we have? We have the dig coming right in behind the user again. So 3rd and 10. Fired in for 12, 13 yards and the first down. Then lastly, boom. So right here, getting depth underneath that route again, it was 3rd and 5. So I just went to the shallow dig underneath, boom, fired in, rack catch it, 3rd and 5. We pick up 7 yards. Then lastly, if we get everybody dropping out, we see the user taking this route. We look here, this player's dropping way back to get underneath the streak, the flat defender. Then you can check it down to the running back for your 4th option in the flat as well. 2nd and 7, and we're able to pick up the first down. So that is levels. Very good zone beater, guys. So that's kind of our go-to zone beater. Now, corner strike. This is going to be our go-to man beater. Now, right here is what the setup looks like. Now, I like to make sure I'm running the corner or the C route here to the wide side, and make sure you have short in elite or route tech on this player. If you're playing MUT, if you're playing CFM and you're able to, and you're going to see how good of separation he gets. I don't even know, maybe not short in elite. It might have to be route tech. I'm not actually 100% sure on that. You might have to test that out, but route tech for sure if you have it. And this is the first place we want to look. He's going to cut in, up, and then he's going to break out. This route can get open without abilities also. I think it helps to have an ability, but these C routes are very good even if you don't have the ability. So let's look at that one more time. So let's watch it in fast motion. Boom, breakout, boom, rack catch. We lose him and we score from 27 yards out. Now, adjustment on this play. I believe the running back is already blocked, but if he's not, block your running back, then just put the tight end on an out route to the short side of the field. So we want to have the tight end and cheetah here doing kind of a mesh concept. Then we're going to have the dig over top. So that's kind of how we want it to go. So we want to kind of have the meshing over the middle, dig over the top. Okay, Smith right here once again, boom, up, cuts out. We see it activate there, absolutely lose him, rack catch, make a guy miss, get upfield, pick up like 20 yards. Then if that isn't there, that's where we want to start attacking the middle of the field. So we could throw it here. He actually plays it a lot better. We see the mesh taking 3 players in the middle. So what does that give us? That is that we have the dig breaking in over the top. So let's just watch the dig from the start. Gonna break off from man coverage. Boom, boom, break off. 3-4 yards of separation over the middle, which is plenty. Pick up 10 to 12 yards. Let's watch him again. Boom. And right here, break. This dig in this play gets very nice separation, has a really hard cut. Boom, rack catch it, and we are gone from 43 yards out. He tries to step in front for the pick. 3rd and 7, and we score 7. Okay, then lastly, we have the two kind of meshing routes in the middle. So C route, for whatever reason, I mean, we could have went to the C route there, but I just see the tight end. I tried to get it out of my hands quick here. User's dragging behind, so we can just throw that tight end dig route, break a tackle. We get about 7-8 yards. Then we can also go to the receiver underneath. So they're going to kind of cross. We see the user go that way. Then you can throw the other kind of inside whip route. So that is corner strike. So levels is really our go-to zone beating play in that stack Y off formation. Then corner strike is really our go-to man beating play. Okay, then last one we are looking at is levels Y sail, and this is actually going to be an A slot off set. Then in the next video, guys, I have about 7 more plays, I think, with maybe 3 of them being A slot offset and 4 of them being in pistol ACU off, something like that. So in the next video, you're going to get even more for this cam stuff. I was just trying to make, those videos were getting kind of long, like 30 minutes. I was trying to shorten them up. This one's going to be maybe more of like 12 to 15, which I think is just going to make it easier and, you know, just have them in nice, little bit of smaller chunks. So that was kind of the idea with that. Okay, I've not ran a lot of trips tight end type formations, which levels Y sail is really popular in. Here is similar to a trips tight end look, except now we have an inline tight end. But what I like to do with this inside player is I actually want to put him on a streak. So I want to turn him into a seam route. Then we still have our like sail concept here with the running back to the flat. And we still have kind of our levels play here with the shallow dig and then the deeper dig over top. So I don't really think we need the 3 crossers. I like to attack this guy up the seam. So first, I like to look to the short side of the field, and I just want to read the flat defender here. So this is going to be a zone beating setup. So here's the flat defender. It's a cover 2 look. He's dropping out. If I see the flat defender dropping out at the snap in this play, I just want to go to the running back underneath. We want to get it into his hands, rack catch it, and start making a play in the open field. He comes down hard, we spin out, we make a guy miss, and we pick up 15 yards. So if they're playing back at all, we want to abuse the flat, force them to start playing down. Then once they start playing down, then we can hit the tight end. But the other thing I like to look for is, especially if it's single high, but even if it's 2 high, because they can roll to it, I want to check this seam pretty quick as well. I can look here, I see, okay, user's staying on this side of the field, but what do we have here? We have this seam getting inside of the safety. The user leaves the middle of the field. So that is going to leave a vacancy right here for the tight end to get in behind. So if I see the user leave the middle, go to that side of the ball, I can just quick throw this ball up the seam. The other time I can do it is if I see these safeties. So here we only have 1 safety back and he's shaded to the tight end side. So what do we have? He's trying to roll. So this is cover 3. He's starting here and he's trying to roll into the middle here. He's bringing a blitz, so it's going to look even more open. But he's trying to roll into the middle of the field, and we're just going to have this tight end vertical route get over the top. The user has no shot, and we can just fire it in for a walk and score. So really like to check to that seam route as well. But then we can also go to this side of the ball once again. If the user is biting down, or sorry, if the flat defender is staying shallow, biting down, then we want to look to the tight end. Now the tight end is going to break, and the outside deep third will be playing vertical over top of him until he breaks. And then by the time he breaks, he's not going to have the speed and he's not going to be close enough to get downhill and jump this route. So let's rewind it a little bit just so you can see. So he's going to stay vertical over top of him because he doesn't know he's breaking out. So he's going to stay on just that vertical path. Then once he breaks out, he'll react. But by then he has too much cushion. It's too late. So you can just pass lead that up and towards the sideline. So that was cover 3 and he's like 4 or 5 yards away. So you can really read that flat defender, high low him, and you're going to be in a great spot. Now this does work against man coverage as well, this route. So if they surprise you man coverage and you short in a lead on your tight end, right here, it's going to activate as he cuts, fire it in, and 2nd and 18. we pick up like 20 yards. That works as well. Then lastly, we have kind of our level concept over the middle. So we're gonna have the shallow cross and the deeper cross here. We go deeper, 2nd and 8, we pick up like 10 yards. Then we can also go shallow, deeper cross here as well. So right here, shallow cross pulls the user down, deeper cross comes in over his head, and we can just fire that in. So read the user in the middle of the field if you get to that levels concept. Okay, that is going to be it, guys. That is part 1 of this cam offense. Be on the lookout 2-3 days for part 2. Then be on the lookout early next week for the playbook for this spread offense. Will be dropping. It is going to be absolutely massive, an insane amount of information in there. Then be on the lookout for the next defensive series that we will be releasing. Really excited for this one. I've been wanting to do this team, this series for years, so really excited for it. And that is everything, boys. King Reggie out.